Friday. I love Fridays. It's my favorite day. Actually, it's kind of my favorite day. Saturdays is really my favorite day because it's cheat day. But welcome to another keto vlog for you guys. What I eat in a day, what I do in a day, whatever it may be. Don't really know specifically what I'm doing today because Fridays are a little variable for me. It's not as structured. I usually eat out. It's my one day that I keto eat out. So I will show you guys whatever that is and how I stay keto when I go out to eat. And yeah, so I'm just right now at my desk, my little home office, getting some work done before I run some errands. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay with me. Hey guys, so I wanted to share with you that I actually just tested my ketones and I got an interesting result, and I just thought it would be an interesting thing to talk about. My ketones were kind of high, 2.9, and my blood glucose is 68. It always runs low, so that's not the surprising thing, but my ketones typically are not that high. Hold on. My little dog, love her so much, but she's a pain in the ass. Okay, so what I did to kind of figure out why my ketones were high was I tracked in reverse. So what I mean by that is I don't track every day. I just no longer need to. I've been at this for a really long time, and I know what my portions should be, and I know I eat the right food, so I just don't find the need to track. But I do like to experiment with myself every once in a while, and when I do experiments, I do track. But what I did was I tracked everything that I ate yesterday just to see where my numbers fell. And I did eat more fats than normal. So I typically, lately, have been like 55% fat. And I ate, as you can see, more fats yesterday. And so that would explain my higher ketone levels. My body is so fat adapted that in the presence of fat, my ketones just shoot through the roof because it's so efficient at making ketones. So I don't like to give it a ton of fat. I rather it tap into my stored body fat for fuel instead of the dietary fat. So it's important to keep in mind that you can play around with your macros once you are extremely fat adapted, you know, a few months into your journey. It's important to kind of play with things. That's how you get your body to trick your body into doing what you want it to do. And when I drop my fats and bump up my protein significantly, since I'm so fat adapted, it will not trigger like a gluconeogenesis when your body converts protein into glucose. It doesn't do that because my body's so fat adapted, it's still very efficient at using fats. So if I drop fats and it needs energy, that is when it will dip into that stored body fat, and that is when I notice a lean out in my body. So if I notice that I feel a little fluffy, or I'm trying to get leaner, I drop my fats, and it works like a charm because it just forces my body to convert stored body fat into ketones because in the absence of that dietary fat. And I think that this is a really important point, and it's one that's lost on a lot of people doing keto because I feel like the messaging is, sometimes I hear the messaging is you can eat as much fat as you want as long as you're not eating the carbs. And while that sounds great, if you're providing your body with a large amount of fats, it's going to just continue to convert that dietary fat into ketones. It's not going to dip into your stored body fat. Not only does all of that fat pack a lot of calories, which could even result in weight gain if you're overeating, you're just simply not giving your body the opportunity to use the stored body fat and make that into ketones. And I think that people get this false sense of excitement or confidence about how they're doing because they get those high ketone readings, and it makes them excited, like they feel like the higher the ketones, the more fat you're burning. And that simply is not true. It's a very... it's just telling you that's how much gas you have in your tank, but that gas could have come from external sources, right? Could have come from exogenous ketones if you're taking those, or it could be coming from all that dietary fat that you're consuming. Your body is not going to convert stored body fat into ketones unless it really has to. So I think that that's something I just wanted to touch upon because it's a common misconception about the ketogenic diet. and it's something that I work on with my clients a lot. So hopefully that information is helpful. If I blab too much, if you can take anything away from the conversation that I'm having with you right now, it's don't chase high ketones. As long as you are in ketosis, as long as you are exhibiting the signs that you're fat adapted, that's really all that matters. Don't chase, those higher numbers, because it really doesn't equal more fat loss or more weight loss. It could be quite the opposite, actually. So hopefully that's helpful, and I'm gonna get back to work. Took a little break to let you guys know that, but yeah, gotta get back to work. All right, you guys, so we decided to go to the Cheesecake Factory, and if you go here, the Skinnylicious menu actually has really good options that, are lower on the calories. I'm actually gonna go with the Mexican chicken lettuce wrap tacos. As you can see, it's only 220 calories. And then I'm gonna get an order of edamame at an additional 100 calories. So I think this is a reasonable light lunch for me, and that's what I'm gonna go with. Starting out with some steamed and salted edamame, low on the calories. These do contain some carbs, but I can get away with a pretty decent amount of carbs and stay in ketosis without an issue. So I like it because it's just only 100 calories for that serving right there. All right, you guys, and here is my dish, lettuce wrapped chicken tacos. There's avocado in there. So good. And this is only like 300 calories. What is up, guys? I know that this was supposed to be a full day of eating video, but I actually ended up not eating very much yesterday. By the time I got home from the mall and that restaurant, I had that lunch, and then I just was hungry for, I had a Dannon Too Good yogurt with a crumbled Stoka bar over the top and a couple hard-boiled eggs, and then I fell asleep. So I actually didn't eat very much, so I figured I would just continue on this video and show you a little bit of my Saturday. I am wearing my favorite cheat day workout t-shirts by C Margarita because I work out now and I have the margaritas later because it's Saturday and balance. But I have a special guest. My cousin is joining me for a workout. She sees that I do these Saturday workouts, so she wanted to get in on the fun. So I'm waiting for her to come here, and that'll be a good opportunity for me to film some of the workouts since I have a second hand helping me, and I can kind of film her working out and show you what those HIIT workouts are really like. I really like to do mainly HIIT on Saturdays because it burns a lot of calories. I'm just trying to build my calorie bank because your girl wants to enjoy her cheat day. Because I'm all about balance, guys. You can have it all. All right, look who joined me. This is my cousin, and I am going to put her through one of my Saturday workouts. She's got a cute shirt on. Oh, look at her doing a little squat action. She's getting a little stretched out. We are about to do some rounds on the Rogue. She saw me on my Instagram that I was about to work out and texted me, so I had to wait for her. And now here she is. So, about to get it on, guys. Go. Go.
feel the same. Oh, pack my life inside a car, hit the button, drive real far.
Cheers.
Put that record on me, like, I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new.
What is up, you guys? See Charles basking in the sun over there. I am about to get my HIIT workout in. It is Sunday. I know this video has kind of extended now a few days, but I wanted to conclude it with a few tips of mine, what not to do after cheat day. Okay, so honestly, you guys, the real goal in nutrition and just overall living a healthy, balanced lifestyle is to develop a healthy relationship with food. And it takes time and it takes practice. I get that. But I wanted to just go over a few things. Oftentimes people ask me how much weight I gain after a cheat day. No idea, because I don't weigh myself. Why would I weigh myself after I consume carbohydrates, which I know cause me to retain water? Because just seeing that elevated number on the scale is what will make people feel bad about themselves or guilty or want to punish themselves the day after they have a treat or a cheat meal. So excuse me as I try to rest my hand here. So I make it a point not to do that. In fact, I really don't weigh myself often at all. I go based on how I look. And like, you know, as you can see right here, I'm going to post this picture up. This is 1 week between photos. And in the spicy margarita shirt, as you can see, I'm actually leaner than I was the week before. In between that week, guys, was a cheat day, just like I had yesterday, just like I have every single week. Why do I look leaner? I made a couple tweaks with my macros, with my exercise. Nothing crazy, just little tweaks, because you can really trick your body when you know what you're doing. That's why I coach people. But do I care what the scale said? No, I could care less. What I could care less what the scale said last Friday. I could care what it said this Friday, because my picture showed me what I look like. So, number one, do not weigh yourself after a cheat. There is simply no reason for it. Number two, drink a lot of water, because you are going to be retaining water. Carbohydrates cause you to retain 3 grams for every gram you consume. Drinking the extra water causes you to pee more. It's going to help you flush that out. In the process of flushing out that water, though, you're going to lose electrolytes. So electrolytes are really important the day after cheat. Not like they're important every day, but especially the day after cheat. Use the glycogen. Don't do anything crazy. What I like to do is I schedule one of my weekly workouts is the day after cheat, because I know I'm going to have that extra glycogen, so why not use it? This particular day, though, I'm not going to do weights, because my body is feeling a little fatigued muscle-wise, because I've been putting in quite a bit of work in the gym, so I'm not going to do weights, but I am going to do a little bit of HIIT just to use up that excess glycogen. And guess what? I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. Why not, let them benefit from the extra glycogen that I have. In terms of fasting or eating, nothing different than I normally do. I personally always fast 19 to 20 hours a day. So that's what I will do today. If I typically fast 16, then that's what I would do today. I do not recommend doing extended fasts as a quote-unquote punishment for eating off plan. Don't do that. The whole point is to develop a healthy relationship with food, one that's long-lasting, sustainable, and where you can have balance. You can enjoy a treat here and there and not feel that you need to punish yourself for it. I really think it's important to avoid those behaviors. Another tip is take some exogenous ketones. Not because you're trying to get back into ketosis faster. Exogenous ketones helps you if you're feeling sluggish, or because of the carbohydrates, you're just feeling low energy or a little sluggish. That's going to help you with your energy levels.
But the quickest way to get back to ketosis is you just have to deplete your glycogen. Taking exogenous ketones so that you can register a ketone reading on your monitor does you no good in terms of getting back to ketosis faster. It's only a mental thing, because the exogenous ketones isn't helping you deplete that carbohydrate glycogen tank any faster. In fact, you really just want to use up that glycogen. So my takeaway, guys, is don't do anything extreme after a planned cheat meal. Don't attempt to do an extra fast as some sort of punishment, or avoid the trend of doing like an egg fast or extended fast on Mondays. I notice a lot of people do that to, you know, get rid of the sins of the weekend. That's not contributing to a healthy relationship with food. Egg fast, fasting, exercise, those are all excellent tools in a healthy lifestyle if you use them correctly. But don't use them to punish yourself in any way. So with that being said, I am going to end this video. I do my best to give you guys my tips and tricks for how to live a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. The habits that you create with a healthy, sustainable lifestyle can be applied towards anything in your life, any type of diet. So even if you are not following a ketogenic diet, which is my diet of choice, but it doesn't have to be yours. But those healthy habits can transfer to any diet, really. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support on my little baby YouTube channel that is growing. The more subscribers I get, the more traction I get, the more time I'm going to spend here, and the more free information I'm going to provide. Of course, if you want any information on how I can help you personally on a one-on-one type way, feel free to check out my website. Otherwise, please support my channels by subscribing, by liking, by commenting, by sharing this video on your social media. That would be really helpful. Hope you guys all have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to get at this HIIT workout, get it done so that I can enjoy the rest of my day. And